$49 does not get you a whole lot in the gaming world, and especially when it comes to gaming headsets, we're not left with many options. My recommendations here have always been to save some more until you can afford a discrete mic and headphone solution, seeing as that's going to give you the best results. But I understand that that's not an option for everyone, and some people just want to pay 50 bucks and get something solid back in return. So Cougar reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try their new Phontum Gaming Headset, which they're releasing for $49 US. And I'll be honest guys, I was not expecting much and I almost hesitated to review these in the first place, but these really surprised me. So starting with the design and build quality, I've got to say that this is one of those areas where I did feel that Cougar have executed quite well. The overall construction of the headset is plastic, with the headband being a thin steel with a little bit of flex, but overall holds the clamping force very well. The headband padding is a breathable pleather material which feels very comfortable. Branding and logos are kept to a minimum, and we also have the Cougar orange on the headband. And this is something that I would have preferred to be grey or black, and honestly I think they'd appeal to a lot more people with a neutral color scheme, but let me know what you guys think down below. Overall design is really nice. We're not getting any RGB or anything like that, but if anything, I believe that makes this headset look a little bit more mature and serious. The ear cups do not swivel like many of the other competitors in this price bracket, but less moving parts is definitely fine by me. However, they do rotate on this ball joint here, which overall does feel quite durable, and this allows the ear cups to sit in that ideal position when being worn. The cable is non-detachable, which is a little bit disappointing, but in this price range you can't really complain. This cable is fairly short, but it does extend and plug into a little bit of a hub here, which has a microphone mute button and also a volume slider. The mic is detachable though, which is nice, and adjustability is pretty good as well. It doesn't rotate back or automatically mute or anything like that, but adjustability is really good. The headband adjustment is achieved through the ear cup sliding up and down through the steel headband, which is a nice simple mechanism. Friction is pretty good here. It's easy enough to adjust, but it's not going anywhere once you find that sweet spot. Clamping force is spot on. I've got a pretty average sized head, I would say, and these were not going anywhere at all, but at the same time I didn't experience any clamping fatigue or anything like that. In fact, one of my favorite parts of this headset is the comfort, and let's talk about those nice thick ear pads that make this headset very comfortable to wear. These are extremely soft, which makes them perfect for those long gaming sessions, and after about 10 minutes or so, you actually forget that you're wearing them. You can replace them with the thinner pads that come included in the box, but honestly, just leave the thick pads on because these are seriously killer. They provide enough depth so that your ears aren't touching the cover for the drivers, and that's something that has annoyed me with a lot of previous gaming headsets and headphones that I've tried in the past. Compared to my daily drivers though, the Fidelio X2s, the pads aren't as breathable as I'd like, and after an hour or two your ears do start to get a little bit warm, so just keep that in mind for those long sessions in warmer environments. Next up, let's talk about the sound, and this is another area where the Phontums have done really well with their 53mm drivers. I found these to sound quite a bit better than the Void Pros, which cost about $20 to $30 more, and the bass especially is what impressed me here the most. For the price, these do quite well to bring a very punchy, clean low end, which makes gaming a really fun experience. The mids and highs were lacking a little bit though, and I found these frequencies to be a little bit distant, so sounds like reloading your gun, listening to footsteps, and just general sounds in the game felt a little bit distant and foggy compared to the bass, which was really immediate and punchy. For $49 though, overall I was still impressed, and I definitely think you're getting your money's worth here nevertheless. The Phontums pair really well with hip hop and EDM playlists thanks to that bass, but then for vocals and instrument heavy songs, you will feel that you are lacking a little bit of presence and instrument separation. At the end of the day though, this is kind of fixable by tweaking the EQ with an equalizer software, and after boosting the mids and highs a little, I was able to achieve a much better sound and music experience. And of course, what everyone wants to know is how they fared up when actually in game, and again, they were quite good. Gunshots, for example, sounded very bassy and rich, although not as clean and separated as something that you'd get if you spent a couple $100 more, but these were more than enough to listen in on footsteps and give you that spatial awareness that you're after. They are closed back, so you're not going to get any amazing soundstage or anything like that, but I do think purely for gaming that closed back headphones are going to be the best option, since most gamers don't really want to hear any external noise. And finally, let's take a look at the microphone quality, because this is a very important part, and it's what separates a good headset from a bad headset in my opinion. And at $49 US, I was expecting this to be pretty unusable, I will be honest with you guys, but I think we can all agree that this sounds pretty good. Definitely for games, this is definitely usable, and I was very impressed with this. And here's a quick comparison with the Corsair Void Pros. This is an example of a microphone that I was not impressed with. And then back to the Cougar Phantoms. I do think that these provide a more true and rich sound compared to cheaper gaming headsets. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And lastly, just a little bit of a comparison to what a premium condenser microphone sounds like. This is what I use for my voiceovers for videos and also for gaming as well. This is the Rode NT USB. And so my closing thoughts here are that Cougar have done a pretty solid job on bringing gamers what they want in a budget headset. A comfortable, great sounding headset without all of the gimmicks. There's no pointless integration of virtual 7.1 surround sound or RGB, and instead they focus the budget on what actually matters. So if you're in the market for a $49 gaming headset, definitely consider these guys, because they did surprise me, and I think they'll surprise you as well. As always, let me know what you think down below. I think Cougar have really focused on the features that matter here, and that's really good to see in an affordable package. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.